So this next part is about all about reviewing um, linear equations. So the first part is really just reviewing some definitions. So the first one, standard form. The standard form of any linear is the form ax plus by equals c. So this will be E. The slope-intercept form, that's y equals mx plus b. So you have the slope is m. This is going to be h. The slope is m, and the y-intercept is b. So this is what they mean when they say slope-intercept form. Point slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. That's a. So here you have the slope m, and then you just use really 2 points on your line after you know the slope, and you could plug in the points on your line. And that would give you the point slope form. The x-intercept, that's when you plug in 0 for y. That's why y equals 0 here. So you plug in y equals 0, and then you solve that for x. So this is going to be choice B. The y-intercept when x equals 0. So this time you plug in 0 for x, and then you solve it for y. So this is going to be choice F. Perpendicular is the choice that talks about perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal slopes. This is choice D. Parallel lines is going to be the choice that talks about parallel lines. So that's going to be choice I. Parallel lines have the same slope, but different y-intercepts. The next one, domain, has to do with all the x values. So that's choice G. So any x that you can plug into the equation. The range then would be the y's. So that would be the outcome. So when you plug in your x, you'll get a y. So this is choice C. So let's look at a couple of these examples. Let's look at example 1. So find the equation of a line that passes through the points 1, 5, and 4, 14. So I'm going to do this on a separate sheet of paper just so I have a little bit more room. So the way that we find the equation of the line is to first use the slope, but we don't know what the slope of these 2 points are. So the easiest way to find the slope is to use the formula m equals, so this is slope. Remember, m is the slope. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This will let you pretty easily find the slope. So we have 2 points. Let's label one point. We have x, y, we have x, y in both points. And so sort of just to differentiate between the 2 points, we label one point x1, y1, where we have a subscript of a 1. And then the second point, we're going to label x2 and y2, just to differentiate between the 2 points. So if you're going to find the slope, we'll take y2 minus y1. So y2, we label that as 14. And y1 is 5. And then we'll do the same with the x's. So x2 is 4. And x1 is 5. No, sorry, x1 is 1. We got 14 minus 5 over 4 minus 1. So this is going to be 9 over 3. Which 9 over 3 reduces to just 3. So this is the slope. Next, we're going to use point slope form. So remember point slope from your vocab. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So next, we're going to plug in. We're going to pick one of the 2 points. It doesn't matter which point. We could use the 0.15 or the 0.414. But since it says y1, x1, let's use the point that's labeled x1 and y1. So we'll say y minus y1 is 5 equals m. We just found m up here. It's 3 times x minus x1 is 1. So this is point slope form. We want it to be the form, we want it to be in slope intercept form. So we want y equals mx plus b. So the next thing we're going to do, distribute the 3. So this gets me 3x minus 3 equals y minus 5. And then just to get y by itself, we're going to add 5 to both sides. This is going to be y equals 3x plus 2. So this is the slope intercept form. And this is the form that you should put it in, is slope intercept form. So here my slope is 3 and my y-intercept is 2. And then in the next video, I'll talk about graphing.